Chapter 2. Salient Features of the Constitution. First, Introduction. Our Constitution has established a democratic society, providing justice to all, irrespective of their social or cultural background. It has many salient features, some of which are given below. Single citizenship. The Indian Constitution provides for a single citizenship. This means that all Indians, irrespective of the state of their domicile, are the citizens of India. This is unlike the system prevailing in the USA, where one can be a citizen of the New York state as well as an American citizen. In India, a person born in Punjab or in Kerala can only be a citizen of India and not a citizen of the state of their domicile as well. This has been done to ward off separatist tendencies and promote fraternity and unity among the people. However, by the Citizenship Amendment Act 2003, the Government of India has decided to grant dual citizenship to all the persons of Indian origin, PIOs, who migrated to other countries after January 26, 1950. All privileges of an Indian citizen, except the right of voting, could be enjoyed by those holding dual citizenship. Universal adult franchise. This means that all persons of 18 years of age and above have the right to vote irrespective of their caste, colour, religion, etc. The British had provided for communal electorate under the Acts of 1919 and 1935. The Constitution of Independent India had replaced the system by introducing joint electorate. According to this system, resident voters of a constituency have to vote for the same candidate irrespective of his caste or creed. Similarly, some seats are reserved for candidates from scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. All people from such constituencies have to vote for the candidates of the area. The system is aimed at curbing communal politics and fostering communal harmony. Fundamental rights. The fundamental rights are basic human rights which provide the conditions essential for the all-round development of a human being. They protect people against unjust discrimination among members of the community. They don't make distinctions between human beings based on race, color, sex, religion, or other such considerations. They give recognition to dignity and equality of all human beings. The fundamental rights are given in Part 3 of the Constitution of India. They are classified into the following categories. 1. The right to equality. Articles 14 to 18. The success of Indian democracy largely rests on the right to equality of citizens. The right to equality has political, social, and economic components. A. Equality before law. Article 14 guarantees both equality before law as well as equality in protection by law, irrespective of economic status, caste, colour, creed, religion, or sex. Practice of any kind of discrimination on these accounts makes it a punishable offence. Article 15 prohibits discrimination on grounds mentioned in Article 14. For example, admission to educational institutions, allotment of shops, etc. have to be made without discrimination mentioned in Article 14. This ensures social and economic equality.
अगर आप अपने सिलेबस के सारे चैप्टर्स इस फॉर्मेट में देखना चाहते हैं तो हमें डिस्क्रिप्शन में दिए गए नंबर पर कॉल करें.
B. Equality of opportunity. Article 16 provides for equality of opportunity for all citizens in matters relating to employment in an office under the central or state government. It prohibits any sort of discrimination on grounds mentioned in Article 14. It also allows making of reservations of posts in favor of scheduled castes and tribes by passing a law. At present, 27% posts in government service are reserved for other backward classes, OBCs, 15% for scheduled castes, and 7.5% for scheduled tribes. C. Abolition of untouchability. Article 17 abolishes untouchability and its practice in any form. Any person preventing the other from entering a place of public worship or using a public well, a public transport system, etc., can be punished by law. D. Abolition of titles. Article 18 abolishes all titles like Rai Sahib, Khan Bahadur, Maharaja, etc. These titles are considered a negation of equal status for all. However, titles such as Bharat Ratna, etc., given for meritorious public service or other titles in fields of sports, academic honors, or military service are not covered by this provision. The 42nd Amendment Act 1976 puts certain restriction on the right to equality. A person cannot move the court if his right to equality is restricted to implement the directive principles of state policy. 2. Right to freedom. Articles 19 to 22. This right is a cluster of 6 essential freedoms. A. Article 19 and their protection. Under Article 19, the Constitution guarantees 6 basic freedoms to its citizens, viz. First, freedom of speech and expression. Second, freedom to assemble peacefully without arms. Third, freedom to form associations and unions. Fourth, freedom to move freely throughout India. Fifth, freedom to reside and settle in any part of India. Sixth, freedom to practice any profession, trade, or business. There is no specific provision in our Constitution guaranteeing the freedom of the press because freedom of the press is included in the wider freedom of expression which is guaranteed by Article 19.
अगर आप अपने सिलेबस के सारे चैप्टर्स इस फॉर्मेट में देखना चाहते हैं तो हमें डिस्क्रिप्शन में दिए गए नंबर पर कॉल करें.
The Constitution restricts the state from enacting laws which could curtail these freedoms. But at the same time, it does not mean that the state cannot make laws for the public good or for protection of interests of trade and profession. For example, state can make the laws to prescribe certain minimum educational, technical, or other qualifications for entry to a certain profession. Similarly, the right to reside and settle in any part of India cannot go against the laws of a particular territory where larger national interest is involved. For example, one cannot displace tribal communities and settle in their territory. Exception has also been made in the case of the state of Jammu and Kashmir, where only bona fide residents of the state can engage in sale and purchase of land. Limitations of Article 19. Third, emergency. Article 19 can be suspended during emergency. Second, not absolute. The security of the state and national interest being of paramount interest, reasonable restrictions could be imposed on the implementation of this right. Third, laws of Parliament. Legislations like Preventive Detention, Essential Services Maintenance Act, ESMA, ESMA, a law to ensure the delivery of essential services like public transport, health services, etc., which if obstructed would affect the normal life of the people, impose certain restrictions on the right to freedom.
अगर आप अपने सिलेबस के सारे चैप्टर्स इस फॉर्मेट में देखना चाहते हैं तो हमें डिस्क्रिप्शन में दिए गए नंबर पर कॉल करें। ऐसे ही और एजुकेशनल वीडियोस देखने के लिए हमारे चैनल होम रिवाइज को सब्सक्राइब करें।